So we understand that ChatGPT is an advanced AI tool that uses machine learning techniques to help make analysis, create content, and so forth. But what are some use cases for ChatGPT? Well, once again, I'm going to ask my trusty tool to help me understand how I can use ChatGPT both for business and work-related uses, and also for personal use cases. So let's take a look at the prompt here. So once again, following up on that previous conversation, I went ahead and asked ChatGPT to provide me a short list of use cases, and I told it that I'd like to have a list for business and work-related cases as well as personal use cases. And here's what it came up with. So one of the things you'll notice about artificial intelligence, especially these powerful generative AI tools like ChatGPT, is the wide range of use cases for these devices. It's actually quite incredible just how much you can use these tools for. So here are just a couple of examples, and this is a very short list. The list can go on and on and on. You can use ChatGPT for customer support, for example, by automating responses to common inquiries and providing 24/7 assistance. One of the big focuses on AI for a lot of us, especially at the beginning of our journey, is content creation, using AI tools like ChatGPT to help us write blogs, social media posts, and marketing materials. One thing I'll also add as an additional use case is that generative AI tools like ChatGPT are fantastic reviewers and critiquers. You can submit a blog post that you wrote and ask it to provide you with some feedback on how to improve it. And you actually be quite astounded by how well it analyzes what you wrote, provides feedback and suggestions, and even at times, which we might demonstrate later on in the course, how you can it'll actually do some edits for you and suggest some ways to rewrite and rethink your work. So for content creation, this tool is quite useful. You can also use ChatGPT for data analysis and reports, summarizing reports, extracting insights, and assisting with research. Again, at the beginning of our journey, that's often what we use tools like ChatGPT for, is asking questions and getting data and getting information on things that we may not know, getting information and summaries on topics and articles and books. Internal communication, drafting emails, meeting summaries and presentations, even training and onboarding, assisting new employees with company policies and workflows. So that's just a shorthand list of business use cases. But you can see there's also tons of ways to use it for personal. So as I mentioned, learning and research is a big one for a lot of us, especially in the beginning of our journey, and even so on and so forth. Explaining complex topics, summarizing books and articles and tutorings. One of the things I love the most about using ChatGPT for learning is that I can actually have it explain things to me in a variety of different ways. So I can say, hey Chat, can you explain to me what G-forces are as though I were a fifth grader? And it will actually take that prompt, take that instruction, and then give me a response and give me a very simplified explanation of what G-forces are. Writing assistance, so helping with creative writing, resumes and personal projects, creating to-do lists for productivity, generating story ideas, jokes, and engaging in casual conversation. Hey, sometimes we get a little bored or things get a little bit monotonous. Maybe we just want to have a casual conversation on sports with ChatGPT. Sometimes I'll ask it for different stats on my favorite players and so on and just get that real-time information. And of course, decision support, so offering pros and cons for choices from purchases to career moves. There are tons of different use cases, and one of the skills that we hope you develop throughout your journey using ChatGPT is to enable your own creative thinking in terms of what you can do with your AI. Don't be afraid to push it. If you have an idea on a use case for AI that maybe you haven't heard people try it, go ahead and put it in, input that prompt in there and see how it can respond. There are certain limitations which we'll go over, but if you think about it and you need it for something, try it with AI. It's really meant to be a collaborator, and that's something you're going to hear me talk a lot about throughout this course. ChatGPT and other AI tools are really meant to be collaborators with you, partners in your work and in your personal use cases. They're not taking over the work and doing the work for you, but it's like having a colleague that you can bounce ideas off of, help you get a springboard when you're stuck, and even give you some suggestions and feedback on how to improve the work that already exists. So that's just a little bit of our use cases. Now let's dive a bit deeper into how we actually access ChatGPT and understanding the version of ChatGPT that we're going to be working with throughout this course.